Hello there, this is Nina Young with Waffle Flower. In today's video, I'm going to share the fun watercoloring technique to use with your new Holland Dardic stamps. This goes from Envelope Me stamp set. This is also our new double pocket packaging for stamp and die combos. So basic supplies are stamps, distress ink, and watercolor paper. This is a new to me paper, but I've tried better ones, so I won't be talking about it in this video. You may substitute the distress ink with some other light color dye inks, never pigment, but dye inks. But I like this antique linen ink the best for this technique. Using my MISTI to stamp all the images all together on the watercolor paper, leaving enough room among the images so that I can cut them out all together with the matching dies. As you can tell, I like the phrase all together very much because I like saving time. Okay, because of the texture of the paper, the stamped images won't be perfectly smooth, but they need to be clear enough that you can trace them. I'm using the Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolors, a round number 1 synthetic brush, and a bottle of water. You definitely need a synthetic brush for this technique because you need the control. If you have a heavy hand, you might also want to try a number 0 brush instead. I haven't seen a big difference among the brands. Just get whatever the easiest available to you. I'm still working on my mixing skills, so I won't be showing you too much of it in this video. Let's stay focused. I do find watercolors with a thicker consistency like the Gansai ones are better for this technique. I heard Kuretake uses honey in these watercolors, and that's why they are a little sticky, and you need to handle with care. This 36 set is now selling for about $30 on Amazon. I think it's quite a steal, and I'll link it below. So, with all the right tools, we're ready to paint. I found it easier for me to go up and down instead of left and right, so that I will be rotating my paper along the way. A steady hand takes practice, and I'm still working on mine. But this is what's fun about the technique. It's very forgiving. See that my strokes are not even because my hands were shaking? You can easily fix them later with water. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, since we're on green, let's go ahead and trace all the greens. When switching to a new color that I know that I'll go back to later, I've learned to put on a little swatch in the corner of my paper for future reference. It really helps. I just started watercoloring last year, and I've been loving it. I'm watching tutorials, reading books, and practicing. I'm determined to figure it out, and hopefully I can share what I learned as I go. I'm actually working on another video showing a card that turns out really good using some non-traditional watercolors, and I can't wait to share with you. Okay, so here's where the magic happens. I'm using mostly water with a dab in the green color to go over the entire traced image, which evens out my crooked strokes. And I'm keeping my brush fairly dry so that it shows more texture and adds interest. And I'm intentionally leaving gaps and the edges for a loose coloring look. This is when it really gets fun about watercoloring. You can go over the images with more colors and adds more variation and texture and all that fun stuff. I'm keeping it simple because I'm still practicing and because there are enough details in the stamps that I don't want to take the attention away. Do I need to tell you that this is a super fast-forwarded video? I don't paint this fast in real life. Again, I'm going back with more color once the first layer is dry. For images that has 2 different colors, like the girl's face here, always paint the light color first and let it dry. Let it dry before you add the second layer with more details in darker colors. So after I colored everything, I will quickly cut them out using the matching dies. I'm also cutting a circle out using the new nesting circles die to form a base for the images. I'm going to do a quick wash on the circle. You probably have noticed that I changed to a natural hair brush for this, and the heat gun is my best friend in saving my time. I love arranging the images to form a focal point for a card, especially when they're cute like this. I used foam tapes to raise some of the images for added dimension. Another quick wash for the cuff front. Remember, bigger surfaces, bigger brushes. a natural hair brush for a smooth wash, and a synthetic brush for the control. We have a few #1 brushes in our store. I will link them below. I'm getting the paint on my brush to create splatters on my background. Just tap, tap, tap on the brush to create the splatters. I'm making a birthday card for a friend, and the sentiment is from Wish stamp set. Thought about using a pink card base, but ended up using a craft card base for a more balanced look. And that's all you need to know about No-line watercoloring technique. Thank you for joining me today. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for more creative ideas. I'll see you again soon.